Compound interest for what? They have given CI is equal to 1640. Compounded annually for this much. What is the formula you are having? A will be is equal to P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n, isn't it? By checking the value, logarithmic row in 34th row and then third column, 4th is the mean difference. Here also 30th and 0 is the mean difference and the column is 0. Hello dear students, a warm welcome to one and all. My name is Vibha, Mathematics faculty at Vidyashram, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So in the last session we have learned what? The problems on simple interest, right? Especially the 5-marker problems. Now in this session of the chapter number 8, simple interest and compound interest, and session number 4 we are going to have, then what are the topics we are going to have under this session is nothing but a problems on compound interest. Now before moving on to the problems on compound interest, you need to know what you mean by the compound interest, isn't it? That means under a compound interest you are going to have the interest is added to the principal at the end of each period. Okay, to arrive the new principal for the next period. That means whatever you have added or whatever you have taken the amount. So amount of, for example, if you are going to have it as 100 rupees, if you are going to deposit, for that if you are going to have it as the 10% means you are going to have 10 rupees. That 10 rupees is added. This 10 rupees will be added. This is a first year amount you are going to deposit. Okay. And then you are going to calculate for the 10% per year. 10% means 10 rupees will be added. That means 110. Again, not for the 100 you are going to have for the next year. You are going to take, this will be the principal amount. Okay. For this again 10% you are going to calculate. Therefore, so that only they have given at the end of the year, each period arrive at the new principal, which is this one. Again for the 110, 10%, again that 10% will be added there. Again for the new principal you are going to add 10%. So each amount will be credited at the end of the year. For that you are going to consider as a principal amount. Again for that you are going to have the interest of whatever they have given. Okay. For the next period. In other words, the amount at the end of the first year or the period will become the principal for the second year. Principal amount, what I told, this will become the principal amount for the second year. That's what they have given here. The amount at the end year becomes the principal for the third year. What is the amount of the second will become the end. What we have calculated, it will become the end of principal amount for the third year. So percentage will be added and the end of the year whatever you are going to get, that is a principal amount you are going to consider. That is a new principal. That is what called the compound interest. Understood? Now we'll move on to the formula how to find out the compound interest when some are given or some things are known. So here, to find the amount, if they ask you to find the amount, is given by the formula P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n. Here what do you mean by A, what do you mean by I, what do you mean by n means, and CI is nothing but CI is a compound interest. Compound interest is given by the formula amount minus P. P is nothing but the principal amount. N is nothing but the time in years they will be given, and then I is nothing but the rate of interest in decimals. Rate of interest decimal means R divided by 100 you are going to. Rate of interest in decimal means you are going to have R divided by 100 you are going to calculate. And then A is nothing but the amount. Okay. So this is the basic formula you are going to have to calculate the, what is that? When they have given the amount and the principal to calculate the compound interest. Understood? And you can calculate also the number of, what is that? A time in years you can have. Okay, and to find the principal, what you are going to have? You are going to take that P to that side, A to this side. That's it. So what you will be cross multiply? P is equals to A divided by 1 plus I whole to the power of n. That is a formula to find out the principal. Okay. Now to find the value of R, if they ask you to find the value of r, then you are going to take it as I will be is equals to anti-log of log a minus log p divided by n minus 1. This is a formula to find out the r if they ask. And then to convert percentage, multiply by 100, that is r is equal to I into 100. If they ask you to convert into a percentage, you can multiply I by 100. So you are going to get the rate of interest. Okay. Next you are going to have find n, especially if they ask you to find the n there, then you are going to have n will be is equal to log a minus log p divided by log of 1 plus I. So these are all the formula you need to remember to calculate what according to what they have given. Okay. Next, we'll be moving on to the problems. Next, we'll be moving on to the 2-marker problems here directly. So, let me know what they have given. When Geeta retired at 58, at the age of 58, she is going to retire. She deposit rupees 1 lakh. She is going to deposit how much? Rupees 1 lakh. In the bank, which pays how many percentage interest? Which pays 18% interest. Okay. Compound interest. That is a compound interest they are going to give. How much amount will she receive when she turn to 70? When she has 70 her age, what she will be going to get the amount if she is going to deposit of 1 lakh. So what you are going to have it as? You are going to have here the principal amount which will be calculated as. Now you are going to have it as principal amount. What they have given? P will be is equals to 1 lakh. Correct? And then you are going to have 18%. 18% you are going to take it as R will be is equals to 18%. Now 18% can be converted into a decimal. What is that? 18 divided by 100, which will be 0.18. Correct? That is your R. Next you are going to have it as, what is the formula? You are going to have amount will be is equals to, which is the formula? This is a formula. P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n. P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n. Now, what is NDS? You need to calculate from 58 to 70. How many years? It is nothing but 12 years, isn't it? Because 58 plus 12 gives you 70. Therefore, I can take it as n will be is equal to 12 years. Right? Number of years. You need to calculate now here which will be is equal to. Therefore, I can take it as here I will be is equal to what? 18 divided by 100 is 0.18, which is nothing but I. You are going to have it as I is nothing but 18%, which can be calculated 18 divided by 100, which is 0.18. So, A will be is equal to principal amount is 1 lakh into 1 plus I is 0.18 into whole to the power of 12. Now, if you calculate this 1.1 lakh into 1 plus 0.18 is 1.18 to the power of 12. Now, you can calculate 1.18 12 times to the power of 12. You are going to get the answer will be is equals to, which will be is equal to 7,28,759.26. So, this much money Geeta will be receiving or getting after 12 years or at the age of 70. That's it, dears. Is that so easier? Okay. We'll move on to the next question. What sum will amount to rupees 6,525 at 10% per annum compounded annually for 13 years? Therefore, what they have given here? They have given it as, now we need to calculate what sum will be the amount. Amount means they have given A is equal to 6,525. Correct? And then they have given rate of interest R will be is equals to 10%. We can convert it into I, 10 divided by 100. Correct? Which is nothing but 1 by 10. So, which is nothing but 0.1. Correct? You are going to have it as. Now they have given n will be is equals to 13 years, right? So therefore you know the formula and P we don't know. We know the formula A will be is equal to P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n. Now you can calculate A by substituting 6525. P we don't know. 1 plus 0.10 whole to the power of n is nothing but 13 years. You can cross multiply. You are going to get 1.10, that is 6525. This will be 1 plus 0.10 is 1.10. That will come to the denominator. Whole to the power of 13 is equals to P. After calculating this, you are going to get the answer. This is 13 times you are going to multiply. So therefore, you are going to get the answer will be is equals to rupees 1890.09. This is your principal amount. Okay. Okay. We'll move on to the next question. Joanna invested rupees 8,000 for 3 years at 5% compound interest in a post office. What sum will she receive after 3 years? So what they have asked, Joanna invested what? P will be is equal to 8,000 in a post office. For compound interest will be is equals to, what is that? A rate of interest R will be is equal to 5%. Isn't it? That is, you are going to have it as 5 divided by 100, which is nothing but 0.05, isn't it? If you calculate that. So then you are 0.05. Now n what they have given? 3 years. N is nothing but number of years. So what do we need to calculate? Sum amount. Sum amount means SUM, total amount. Total is A. A will be is equal to P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n. Now which will be is equal to P is 8,000 into 1 plus I is 0.05 whole to the power of n is nothing but 3. Now which will be 1.05, 8,000 into 1.05 whole to the power of 3. You multiply this 3 times into that. 8,000 into that will be is equal to rupees 9261. 8,000 into 1.05 whole power 3 is rupees 9261. That much amount that Joanna will be getting, okay, after 3 years. Understood? Okay. We'll move on to the next question. On what sum will compound interest at 5% per annum for 2 years compounded annually be rupees 1,640? You are going to have it as. Therefore, here compound interest for what? They have given CI is equal to 1640. Compounded annually for this much, correct? So 5% per annum means R will be is equal to 5%, which will be is equal to I, that is 0.05, which is nothing but I, correct? You are going to have for 2 years, N will be is equal to 2 years, correct? Right? They have given this, so what you need to calculate the years? You know already, CI is nothing but A minus P. Total amount minus principal amount gives you what? The compound interest, isn't it? So therefore, you can have here what you need to calculate. What sum? You need to calculate A. A will be is equal to CI plus P. But what is the compound interest formula? Compound interest formula is given by P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n plus P. You can take P common factor. If you take P common factor, what you will be getting? The answer. What is that? CI is equal to, we know that amount minus principal amount gives you compound interest. What is the compound interest? 1640 is equals to, A is nothing but you know the formula, P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus P. This is a formula for A to calculate, isn't it? So now you can take P common factor. What is that? P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1. Right? Now what I want to calculate? I want to calculate the principal amount. Now if you calculate the principal amount, P will be is equal to 1640 divided by 1 plus I. What is I? Is 0.05 whole to the power of n is 2 years minus 1, which will be is equal to 1640 divided by 1.05 whole to the power of 2 minus 1 whole squared will be is equal to P is nothing but rupees 16,000. This is your answer. Okay? Okay, I think you understood this problem. We'll move on to the next question, which is nothing but the 3 markers. What they've asked, find the compound interest on rupees 7,000 at 5% per annum for 8 years. You need to find out the compound interest. So, therefore, you are going to have it as, what they've asked, P is equals to, we know that CI is equal to A minus P. Now, you need to find out the compound interest on, what is that? P is equal to 7,000 at rate of interest R is equal to 5%, which can be written as 0.05 for 8 years, n is equal to 8 years, correct? Now, what is the formula you are having? A will be is equal to P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n, isn't it? Now, A will be is equal to P is 7,000 into 1 plus I is nothing but 0.05 whole to the power of 8. Now, if you calculate this, 7,000 into 1.05 whole to the power of 8. Now, this will be is equals to 10,342. So, 10,342 will be the amount, but what they have asked you to calculate? They have asked you to calculate the compound interest. Compound interest is given by the formula this. So, A minus P means 10,342 minus principal amount is nothing but 7,000 you are going to have. The answer you are going to get as 3,342 will be the compound interest you are going to get. Okay, this is your answer. Any doubt in this? Okay. Okay, we'll move on to the next question of the 3 marker. In how many years will rupees 30,000 give 4,347 compound interest, that is a CI they have given it as, at 7% per annum? We need to calculate how many years means n. So, n we need to calculate. What they have given? They have given it as P will be is equals to compound interest. CI will be is equal to 4,347 and 7% per annum, that is R will be is equal to 7%, which is 7 by 100 gives you 0.07, correct? So, compound interest 4,347 and then R is 7%, which is 0.07, which is I. We need to calculate that. What the principal amount? P they have given it as 30,000. Correct? Now, what will be the formula of CI? CI will be is equal to A minus P. Now, we can find out A by calculating CI plus P. Now, which will be is equal to CI is 4,347 plus 30,000. Correct? So, which will be 34,347. That is your A. Now, I can calculate A will be is equal to P into 1 plus I whole to the power of n. A will be is equal to 34,347. P is nothing but 30,000 into 1 plus I is nothing but 0.07 into n we don't know, as it is I am going to write it. See? Now, you want to apply log on both the sides. Why? I want this to be as 0.07. Let me calculate this as it is 30,000 into, see, 1.07 whole to the power of n. Now, I want to apply log on both the sides because the power is there. I cannot multiply this inside. So, by applying log on both the sides, apply log on both the sides. Now dear students, if they ask you to calculate, you have to apply log on both the sides after having what is that multiplication here. Okay, so therefore applying log on both the sides, you are going to get log 34,347 is equals to log 30,000 into 1.07 whole to the power of n. Now this will look like log m into n. What is log m into n? Log m into n is log m plus log n. Now you can have which will be is equal to log 30,000 plus log 1.07 whole to the power of n. Right? Now you can have this will look like log m power n. What is log m power n? Log m power n is n log m. Right? So n log m you can have which will be is equal to log 30,000 plus n log 1.07. Now you can have this, what is that, log 1.07 and finding the value of this one. So what you are going to get the answer. Now you can have log 34,347 minus log 30,000 divided by log 1.07 is equals to n. Now substitute the value by checking the value logarithmic row in 34th row and then third column, fourth is the mean difference. Here also 30th and 0 is the mean difference and the column is 0. And log 10th row, 7th column you are going to check. The answer you are going to get for this one will be is equals to, this is 3.3434 minus this you are going to get, the answer is 3.3010 divided by log 1.07 is 0.0211 is equals to n. So the answer you are going to get after calculating this will be is equal to 2 years. You can calculate in your Calc. The answer you are going to get after looking the logarithmic table. This is a value you are going to get it as, and then you can minus this one and divide it by through. Exactly you are going to get the answer 2 years. Otherwise, if you are getting 2.01, it is converted into 2 years. That's it, years. Okay. I think you know how to calculate n. Here, we'll move on to the next question. In how many years sum of 2000 becomes 2205 at the rate of 5% per annum compound interest? So what they have asked, they have given here P will be is equal to rupees 2000, correct? And then it will be becoming, what is that? It is becoming C. So you are going to have it as compound interest CI. They have given it as 2205, isn't it? At the rate of 5%, R will be is equals to 5%. So at the compound interest, right? So which I can calculate 0.05 directly. You are going to calculate now A, that is, you know, CI will be is equal to A minus P. So therefore A is nothing but, you don't know. So A will be is equal to CI plus P. You are going to have CI is 2205 plus, what is that, 2000, which will be 4,205. Correct? Now this is A. Now you can calculate according to what I have calculated this procedure. Same I have calculated here, isn't it? So same formula you can apply for this one and find out the n value. So try for finding out the n value here by applying log on both the side. Understood? Okay. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. After how many years will rupees 2000 earn compounded interest of rupees 662 at rate of 10% per annum? So how many years will rupees 2000 earn a compound interest? CI they have given it as 662 and principal amount they have given it as 2000. You need to calculate A at 10% rate of interest. which is 0.10 for I, right? So you are going to have it as Ci will be is equal to A minus P, which is Ci. Now you can calculate A will be is equal to Ci plus P, which is a 2000 plus 662, which will become 2662. That is A. Now this also you can calculate. Let me calculate here. What you are going to get? The answer you are going to have it as P will be is equal to, what is that? You are going to have A will be is equal to P into 1 plus I whole to the power of N. Whole to the power of N. We don't know N what it is. They have asked you to calculate that only. So now we are going to have it as A will be, you are going to take 2662 is equals to P is nothing but, what is the P? 2000 into 1 plus 10, 0.10, correct? 0.10 whole to the power of N. We don't know what is N. Now we are going to have it as, by taking log on both the side, 2000 into 1.10 whole to the power of N. This is 2662. Taking log on both the side, you are going to have it as log 2662 is equal to log 2000 into log, that is what is 1.10 whole to the power of N. Now this is again log M plus log N. So therefore log 2662 will be is equal to log 2000 plus log 1.10 whole to the power of N. This is again log M power N, which is log 2000 plus N log 1.10. Now you can calculate this log 2662 minus log 2000 is equal to, divided by, this can be divided, log 1.10 is equals to N. Now you can apply logarithmic table. The answer you are going to get for this one, 3.4252 minus 3.3010 divided by 0.0413. So the answer you are going to get for this one, 3.007 years. But what is 3.007 years, dears? 3.00 will be rounded off to 3. If it is after 5, 3.5 rounded up to 4. 3.51, 3.52, 3.53. Within 3.5, it is rounded to 3, which is 3 years. That's it, dears. Is that easier calculation you are going to have? Okay. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. How much compound interest can obtain if rupees 6,500 is invested for 15 years at 12% per annum? So they have asked you to calculate the compound interest. So Ci is equal to question mark. We know Ci is equal to, what is the formula? A minus P. Correct? Now we need to find out A. So P they have given it as 6,500 and then invested what? For 15 years, N is equal to 15 years they have given, and then R is equal to 12% and I will be is equal to 12 divided by 100. Correct? So you are going to have 0.12. So the answer you are going to have A will be is equal to P into 1 plus I whole to the power of N, which is P is 6,500 into 1 plus I is nothing but 0.12 whole to the power of N is 15. So therefore 6,500 into 1.12 whole to the power of 15. If you multiply and calculate, you are going to get A will be is equals to, so 35,578. This is your answer. No, A you have calculated 35,578 as A. You need to calculate Ci. So Ci will be is equal to what? So Ci will be is equal to, A is 35,578 and P we know that 6,500. So the answer you are going to get CI will be is equals to 29,078. Okay, this is your CI. You are going to get that much CI, compound interest. Okay, I think you understood this problem. Now what they have given, if 500 amount to 583.2 in 2 years, compounded annually, okay, find the rate of interest per annum, or they have asked you to find out. What is a P? P is nothing but 500. What is A? A is nothing but they have given it as 583.2. And N is nothing but number of 2 years, correct? They have given it as, right? So therefore 2 years, right? So what do you need to calculate? R is equals to what? Let me have the formula. A will be is equal to P into 1 plus R whole to the power of N. A is 583.2 is equal to, you are going to have P is 500. P is 500. 1 plus R we don't know, N is 2. Let me cross multiply this. You are going to get 583.2 divided by 500 is equal to 1 plus R whole squared, right? So 1 plus R whole squared, 583.2 divided by 500. So 583.2 divided by 500 is 1.1664 is equal to 1 plus R whole squared. Now you are going to have 1 plus R whole squared can be written as square root on both the sides. So square root of 1.1664. You can calculate in a calculator. 1 plus R square root of that one will be is equals to 1.08. Okay. So 1.08. Now you need to calculate what is R. So 1 plus R is equal to 1.08. R will be is equal to 1.08 minus 1. So R will be is equal to 0.08. Now you want to convert it into a percentage, means you need to multiply by 100. If you multiply by 100, R will be is equal to 8% per annum. That is the formula. Correct? You are going to have it as. Okay. I think you understood this problem, how to solve. Okay. We'll move on to the next problem. Calculate the compound interest on 600 for 4.5 years at 7% per annum. So compound interest you need to calculate. We know that compound interest is A minus P. What they have given? P is equal to 600 and N is equal to 4.5 years, which can be written as 4.5 years. 7%, R is equal to 7%, therefore I will be is equal to 0.07, because you are going to have 7 divided by 100, right? So next you are going to calculate A will be is equal to P into 1 plus I whole to the power of N, which is P is 600 into 1 plus I is 1.07, directly I am writing, to the power of N is 4.5. If you calculate A, you are going to get the answer will be is equal to. So A, you are going to get the answer will be is equal to 813. Now you are going to calculate CI will be is equal to 813 minus 600. So the answer you are going to get 213. That is your CI. Any doubt in this? You can ask. Any doubt in this? Okay. Okay. We'll move on to the next question. Calculate the amount received after 15 months if 8,500 is invested at 8% per annum compound interest. Amount received after 15 months. 15 months means you are going to calculate, what is that? P is equals to 8,500 and then N will be is equal to 15 months. You need to convert it into a year, means 15 months. In a year there are 12 months you can calculate. Okay, so which will be, you are going to have it as 1.25 years. Okay, 1.25 years. You are going to calculate 15 divided by 12, which is 1.25 years. So you need to have R will be is equal to 8%. So I is nothing but 0.08 you can have. What will be the amount received they have asked? So amount received is A is equals to question mark. We can calculate A will be is equal to P into 1 plus I whole to the power of, what is that? N, which is P is 8500 into, you are going to have it as 1 plus I, 08. That is 1.08 whole to the power of 5. That is 1.25. So the answer you are going to get for this one, 9358.3337. This is your answer. If you want, you can calculate in a calculator. 1.08 to the power of 1.25 you are going to calculate, and then you are going to get this answer with multiplication of 8500. Okay. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Purnima and Raj deposited 50,000 in a bank on the day their first child was born. If the bank offers 16% per annum compound interest, how much money will be accumulated in the bank on the child's 10th birthday? So if they celebrate the first birthday is the, what is that? You are going to have it as first year. So if you are going to have it as on the child of a 10th birthday, it will be is equals to 9 years, isn't it? Because 0 birthday they are not going to calculate, isn't it? So first year only they are going to calculate. So the 10th birthday it will become the 9 years. Now what the child was born, if I am going to consider it as the first birthday, the 10th birthday how many years? It will be 9 years. Correct? The child was born, if I am going to consider it as, which is a born is a first birthday, therefore child at the 10th birthday it will be a 9 years. Born was a 0 year, right? So therefore you can have it as P will be is equal to 50,000 and then N will be is equal to 9 years. Child, what is that? Born or 10th birthday celebration, and then you are going to have R will be is equal to 16%, I will be is equal to 16 divided by 100, which is 0.16. You can calculate A will be is equal to 50,000 into 1.16. Directly I am writing to the power of N. If you calculate the amount you are going to receive, 1,90,148.06. This is the amount the child will be getting. I think you've understood the problems on the compound interest of 2 marker and then 3 marker. In the next session, we'll be moving on to the 5 marker problems of solving the compound interest using the same formula which I have given in this session. Thank you, dear students.